Hey, another video, and this time it is about profiting off someone else's pain. That is very evil doing that because you don't do it with honest intentions. You just want to earn money. So one man's loss is another man's gain, is another, expression. And of course, you cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve and money and God. So do you make that video for your own financial benefit, or do you do this for God and for the people? That's what this video is about. Because we all know that Charlie Kirk has been assassinated, a Christian speaker at universities in America. He was also an influencer for Trump, and regardless on your political views, of course, being assassinated in such a cowardly way, that should happen to no one. And it made me think about Pim Fortuyn, that was a political figure here in the Netherlands who had been assassinated that same way by a sniper. Then, as I didn't watch many of his debates, I knew who he was, and I had seen some of his discussions with people at the university about abortion. But I thought I'll look at some, what more current ones. And then the recommendations, they showed me, some channels, and I always look at the title. And this one said Bless God Studio. So I thought, okay, I'll click on this one. Well, immediately a sales pitch for a book, promotion for journals and conferences. And I skipped that part and went right to the video because I hate that pushy kind of selling, like Jesus who turned the tables. That's how I felt. You cannot serve two masters, money and God. I wish people would share information for free for everybody, because you basically decide to come online and make videos. Nobody asked you to. You did it. And then making the viewers pay as if they owe you something. Now it's like having a conversation with a stranger on the street, and that, it's really, you're engaged in the conversation, and then all of a sudden the person says, "Oh, by any chance, do you have some money to give me?" Then you right away you think like, was this conversation just fake, just to hustle some money out of me? And that's how that felt as well. So, and then calling yourself a content creator while you do reaction videos. Yeah, that's crazy to me. You don't create anything. You copy someone else's material and you give your opinion on it. And then not one tear for Charlie Kirk, but you're happily promoting your own stuff. What about starting a prayer for his wife and his two little children? Anything was better than selling your stuff. So instead of so after that I went to another channel, and God Logic, he does live streams, and he discussed this, and he was all brokenhearted about it, and he even shed a tear, and we all prayed together, and it was really nice. And I think that is the big difference between those two channels. Instead of getting a real job and being behind your laptop guilt tripping the viewers to pay for your content, and then when we ask about it, you say, well, I have a family to feed. Well, you know what? You get a real job. There are other people that make content and they don't ask for money. I never asked for money. I never ask for more subscribers. I never ask for likes even. The only thing I ask is to share my information if it can help someone else. I don't care about me. I don't care about money. I don't want YouTube to be my employer. I don't want any ads on my videos. I give this for free because I think the internet should be for everybody and not just the people that pay. And I think that's the way we're heading. It's the wrong way, because you give control of some technology that is not reliable. And I know this technology can be used for good and for bad, and it's great if you can do God's work online. I totally agree with that. But in this case, you have to be careful. Who are you supporting? Is that for God, or is that so someone else can buy another car? They say, of course, feeding your family, but you don't know where that money goes. you know? So that's why, and it's from God Logic. That is a real man of God. So yeah, I just want to say, like, I'm just a simple soul. I don't I'm not here to sell myself. I never use filters. I never I do this with do this with a phone. I don't even have a normal, video camera, and I just hope that it can help someone. But when I told this to this channel, like, why are you selling all this stuff? This is like, someone died and you are happily selling your stuff in that same video. It just sounds so, it feels so wrong. And then he said, isn't it ironic you're promoting your own channel? I said, I don't promote anything. For me, unlike for you, for me, it's not a business. You made a business out of it while nobody asked you to make a business out of it. You decided to make a business out of it and guilt trip us into paying you. Don't you see that? And I think more and more we get all these ads. You've got one video and then there are, after every 2 minutes, there's an ad. And I get so annoyed by it. Because it takes you out of the video, and then the ad is over, and then you get back into the video, and it takes some adjustments. And yeah, and I think that's too bad, but that's the reality we live in. But I thought I want to make this video in case that channel checks out my channel. I hope they see this video because this is my stance on it. And if ever I am in financial trouble, I will not run to YouTube for money. I would run to God instead. So, that's how you see someone really trusting God, or are they just relying on, online earning money? Yes, this was my video of today. Bye.